Hi, my name's Chris Sibbald. I'm a product manager at IBM Rational. In this brief presentation, I'd like to show you how to create work items in Rational Team Concert based on a template generated from Rational Method Composer. This powerful capability allows the team to create a hierarchy of work items based directly on the team's process. Each of these work items contains links back to the team's process description, so team members can get the guidance they need when and where they need it. Before I show you the tools in action, let me step through a basic scenario. The first step is to publish the team's process description to the Jazz Team server. For details on this step, see Part 1 in this series of Rational Method Composer and Rational Team Concert Interoperability videos. The second step is to generate the work item templates. As we'll see, we have a lot of flexibility on the scope and level of detail included in these templates. You can export the entire work breakdown structure from RMC to create a complete release plan in RTC. Or you can export just those tasks and activities for a single iteration to create an iteration or sprint plan. Or you can export a single task that is frequently performed. Either way, the resulting work item in Team Concert will include a link to the relevant process guidance so that team members know exactly what to do based on the team's process. The second step is to import the work item templates to a Team Concert project area so they can be reused to create work items for a release plan, iteration plan, or ad hoc set of tasks that are repeated frequently during development. Currently, this step is only supported in the RTC client for Eclipse. The third step is to create work items based on the template and assign those work items to team members for execution. This can be done by anyone with the appropriate permissions in either the RTC client for Eclipse, as shown on the left, or in the RTC web UI. Finally, we'll see how the team member leverages the process guidance to complete a work item. This capability is available in both the Team Concert for Eclipse and the Team Concert web UI. Furthermore, since the work item service can also be leveraged by other tools via the Open Services for Lifecycle Collaboration Change Management standard, this step is equally applicable to any tool that complies with the OSLC standard. So let's see the tools in action. This is the Rational Method Composer authoring interface. I have the process editor open, and we're looking at the work breakdown structure for the IBM Collaborative Lifecycle Management Agility at Scale configuration. I've updated the process description for the planned test cycle process in accordance with this work item. And now I want to update the work item template in the team's process area. I select the relevant node, the work breakdown structure, and from the right-click context menu, I select Export the work item template. This will export the activity planned test cycle and all of the children tasks. In fact, we have very fine-grained control over what gets exported via the planned flag. If this is selected, the item will be exported. I need to provide a template ID, I'll call it Plan Tests, a display name, Plan Tests, and a description, generated by RMC. The next page of the wizard provides a number of options for export. We'll keep the default value for the method configuration, in which case the currently selected configuration will be used for export. For this particular scenario, I'll use RMC URLs and provide a base URL of AAS. This will ensure that the links included on each of the exported work item templates points to the proper process content that we deployed to the Jazz Team server in Part 1 of this video series. In contrast, the Use Jazz process URLs will use native Jazz process descriptions as the target of the process description links. I'll describe the native Jazz process descriptions in a separate video. But for now, let me just say that these two options are provided to accommodate two different ways of capturing and communicating process descriptions. The final three options are self-explanatory. I'll choose to include the type prefix on the activities and tasks that are exported, as well as the steps from each of the task descriptions. The final step is to provide a name and location for the work item template file. I'll just find a convenient location and provide the name plan test.xml and click OK. And when we finish, the work item template will be generated. So this is the template that was just generated. The next step is to import this work item template to the Teams process area in Team Concert. Let me show you how to import this to the Teams project area. I'll switch to the RTC work items perspective, and from the File, Import menu, I'll select Team Work Item Template. I need to select the project area, in this case the Agility at Scale project, and browse for the file that I saved earlier. So I'll select the Plan Test XMI, select OK. Now I can overwrite an existing one if I like, but this is a new one, so I'll just hit Save. And now that template is available for use by the team. Now that we've generated the work item template from Method Composer and imported it into the Teams project area in Team Concert, let's have a look at how the team would leverage the template. This is a Team Concert Eclipse client. Everything I do now you could also do in the web UI. So we've assumed that the team's currently planning the next iteration. One of the items missing from the iteration plan is the work required to plan the test cycle. I can quickly create a set of related work items for this by simply right-clicking the title of the iteration and selecting Add Work Items from Template. In the list of available templates, we'll see the Plan Test template that we created a moment ago. So in one click, I can create that activity and all of the related tasks to complete the activity. Furthermore, if we drill into the top level activity, we can see an overview of the activity and a link to detailed description. Following that link, we see all of the process description that we exported from Rational Method Composer. So at a glance, team members can get the big picture guidance they need directly on the work item to help them get the work done. If we look at one of the detailed tasks, for example, planning the test effort, we see a similar link. If we navigate that link, the test manager can see which other roles would have to collaborate with, the steps of the task, and even detailed guidance on how to perform that task using Rational Quality Manager. So thank you for your time. I hope you found this very informative and valuable.